decorate methods and do interceptions. Aspect-oriented programming in general, I'm not a huge fan. And the main reason for that is I don't like it when something can modify my code without me knowing. In this case, if you're explicitly decorating something or if you're explicitly calling something to create an instance, the code's sitting there, it's all very clear what's going on. In the case of like aspect J, where it's going and actually tweaking bytecode, that just scares me to death. I think it's nice for if you want to do a quick, let me turn logging on everything, which would actually be a little easier than this to set up. If you want to log everything, you can just set up an aspect. The problem is it's really easy to make a mistake in your patterns and affect something that you didn't intend to. So I tend to shy away from that a little bit. But as far as using something like Spring to decorate these, yeah, you can have some very similar effects with it. Now, dependency injection is another thing that I'm kind of wishy-washy on. There's some spots I think for configuration I really like it. If you use it too much, it's a big nightmare to debug because you can really never, it's really almost impossible to tell where is something being created. You know, where's the chain of custody on this thing come from? Because you basically say create object X and then 16 other objects get created and pushed in, and you have no control of that. So I would much rather, I'm still much more in the service locator camp over dependency injection. I would much rather have people go and ask for their dependencies as opposed to having their dependencies pushed in. There's some people who are starting to turn more back toward that because originally when DI came out, a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, service locator, you shouldn't have to go and ask for things. People should just give you dependencies. And up front, people thought that was a great advantage. After a couple of years of debugging that, people started turning on it. And I got in a real nasty debug situation with that where we were using Spring to configure an application, and we had that